Welcome in to the Dolphins Today post-game show. I am Will Scott. We're recapping a 16-10 win for the Dolphins over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wasn't pretty, but a win is a win, right? And I think we'll all take that. The Dolphins snap a 3-game losing streak, winning this game. They were 3-0 with Tua, 0-3 without him. They get Tua back. Tua certainly could have been better tonight, but nonetheless, the Dolphins get the win. Guys, who is your MVP of the game? Go down in the comments section and let me know. I think a lot of y'all are going to say the defense. The defense really stepped up in this one. It's crazy. No second-half points allowed in this football game. It was 16-10 at halftime. That was the final score. As we take a look at the box score here, Kenny Pickett, 32 of 44, 257 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. And then Najee Harris, 17 carries, 65 yards. Pat Freiermuth, 8 receptions, 75 yards. Tua Tagovailoa. You see that stat line. Stat line's all right. I mean, 21 of 35, 261 yards, 1 touchdown. He did not have any interceptions, but there was 4 dropped interceptions. Tua certainly got bailed out a little bit tonight. Raheem Mostert, 16 carries, 79 yards. Tyreek Hill, meanwhile, 7 receptions, 72 yards for Hill tonight. The Cheetah had definitely more of an impact in the first half. Waddle actually had more receptions tonight. Guys, go down. Grade Tua's performance. His first game back following that scary concussion. Type A, B, C, D, or F. I think it was a C+. I thought Tua certainly could have been a little bit better tonight, but nonetheless, the Dolphins get the win. You saw in the first quarter. I mean, the Dolphins scored 13 first-quarter points. Tua was slinging it, man. He looked really good. By the way, and I've seen a couple people in the comments about this right now, shout out to the Dolphins' offensive line. They did a fantastic job tonight. What a difference not having Greg Little out there makes. Brandon Shell made the start tonight at right tackle. Armstead was back playing left tackle. Both of them were phenomenal tonight. Eichenberg was still an issue, a couple false starts from him, a holding call as well. But overall, a fantastic job from this Dolphins offensive line tonight. Maybe you don't have to trade for a tackle. Maybe you don't have to trade for Taylor Moton if you feel good about Brandon Shell at the right tackle spot until A.J. gets back. Or maybe Shell can challenge A.J. for that starting job. I do want to hit on this, though, because Brandon Jones left the game with a knee injury. Dr. David Chow, Pro Football Doc, as he is nicknamed, is very good at what he does. He was the Steelers team doctor for 2 decades, I think. And so he'll look at video and diagnose an injury. Sometimes he's wrong, but most of the time he's right. And he did evaluate that video from Brandon Jones' injury, which came in the second half. Brandon Jones, safety for the Dolphins, ruled out with a knee injury. By video, fear that it's a left knee ACL tear, which would be absolutely brutal for Brandon Jones. And we certainly hope that he's okay and that this is one of the few times that David Chow is wrong. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you know when an injury report or when we have an update on this, because we'll do a video tomorrow if we have more information about Brandon Jones. But that'd be brutal. I mean, the Dolphins secondary's already without. You didn't have Cater Coe. You didn't have Keon Cross tonight. They're without Nick Needham for the year. Byron Jones, who knows when he's coming back. Now the second Jones in your team, Brandon Jones, who's a star safety for the Dolphins, he might be out. So does this mean the Dolphins might be in the market for a safety at the deadline? Something to monitor here. Guys, go down, bet on the Dolphins all year long. Chatsports.com/bet. That's the promo code Dolphins125 to pick up not only a 125% deposit bonus, but also a free jersey. You are going to get a free Tyreek Hill or Tua Tagovailoa jersey. Email jersey@chatsports.com and then do all this. This is the details here. Go chatsports.com. Chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code. Sign up, deposit at least $100. Get that deposit bonus. Make your first bet. Email the screenshot of your bet slip and your account number to jersey@chatsports.com. Also include the size you want, either a Tua or Tyreek jersey, the color, your address, all that information. We're going to get you guys a free jersey. I have a big pile of jerseys over my desk right now. We haven't done this deal since the Dolphins, because we haven't done this deal in a while because the Dolphins have been losing. Now the Dolphins have won again. We're bringing this deal back. Take advantage of it. It only happens when we win. Jersey@chatsports.com for more details there. Again, the final 16-10, no second half points. Shout out the O-line, shout out the defense, and shout out Ingram and Mostert. I thought Mostert played pretty well. I'm going to take a look at his stat line here in a second again. But overall, I thought Mostert played okay. 16 carries, 79 yards. Edmonds, 7 carries, 17 yards. I don't want to look. I don't want to see Chase Edmonds have 7 carries. And Mike McDaniel, the play calling in the second half was not good. I'm specifically looking, and I'm going to pull this up just to make sure that I get the time right here. I think it was the third quarter, a couple minutes left, and you look at what went down with the Dolphins. It's 3rd and about 2. You run Edmonds. It's a loss on the play, and then you go for it on 4th and 3, which if it's 4th and 1, okay. It's 4th and 3. You decide to go for it, and you run Edmonds on 4th and 3. Back-to-back plays, you run probably the worst running back on your team when he could have kicked the field goal, made a 2-possession game. That nearly came back to haunt the Dolphins. Luckily, it did not. The Dolphins still won this game, but it would have been a big difference in the second half having a 2-possession lead. Allie from Maui, shout out to you. Shout out to Allie from Maui. This Hawaiian tea leaf lay brought us some good luck tonight. Shout out to you, one of our most loyal subscribers. Shout out to Aldo Denethius for a legendary night here on Dolphins Day. But that's my rant on Chase Edmonds. I don't think he's very good. I think Myles Gaskin deserves some carries over Edmonds. Craig Buckley, no point second half. Game-saving was the pick. Yeah, we're going to talk more about that in a second. I'll talk about it now, actually. So, shout out Noah Igbinoghene making the game-saving play for the Miami Dolphins. The Steelers were driving down the field. Kenny Pickett throws a pick to Noah Igbinoghene in the corner of the end zone, kind of at the goal line. But, wow, Noah Igbinoghene had not been playing well all game. It's a guy that's gotten a lot of hate from Dolphins fans, calling him a bust, wanting him gone, but he makes the game-saving play in the Dolphins. The play of his life. Noah Igbinoghene made the play of his life in this football game. And before that, Javon Holland had the big pick. When the Steelers were driving down, he brought it all the way back to the 50. Unfortunately, the offense just couldn't get going, but the defense won the Dolphins this game, no question about it. Shout out Josh Boyer. Josh Boyer, we talked about the possibility of him being on the hot seat. No, Josh Boyer has certainly turned this defense around after a bad showing in New York. Guys, what's your one-word reaction to the win? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. What is your one-word reaction to this big Dolphins win? Again, the final 16-10. I want to hear your final thoughts down in the comments section on this game. Again, thanks to everyone who tuned into our watch party tonight. It was a great time. The Dolphins have a decently easy slate coming up. The next 2 games in Detroit, in Chicago, you should win those 2 games against 2 teams that are very bad. If you win those 2 games, you're 6-3, and we're talking about, when you say Miami, we're talking Super Bowl, right? We're talking about that again if you can get to 6-3. Mark B, the O-line played well. Yeah, shout out to the O-line. Like I said, big difference not having Greg Little out there. Yeah, Brandon Shell, he stepped up. Teron Armstead was great. Eichenberg was the only liability on the offensive line tonight. Again, go down, subscribe to the channel. News, rumors, watch parties, and more. We're live for every single Dolphins game. Be sure to go down, subscribe to the channel. Pros and cons of tonight's win. Pro offensive line, defense, Igbinoghene in the end, Javon Holland with that big pick. Some cons, was not happy about the play calling from McDaniel in the second half, excuse me. That's really the first time I can say that. Tua played okay. I thought he could have played a lot better, got bailed out. It was his first game back in about a month, knocking the rust off. He looked really sharp in the first half, not so much second half. But again, go down, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter as well, at WillScott44. We good on time here, Seeps? We appreciate everyone tuning in to our post-game show. Dolphins get the win. Spam W down in the comment section.